had to like get through this pain, this fear, this anxiety, these tears, this anger.
Shawn Mendes has finally spilled the tea on what really transpired between him and Hailey Bieber. And let me tell you, it wasn't all rosy as we thought. No one would have thought that he was just a pawn in Hailey Bieber's game to getting Justin. Considering she married Justin just months after her red carpet moment with Shawn, fans are suddenly rewatching every old interview with side eyes and receipts. Let's get into this messy rewind. The calculated connection. Did Shawn Mendes actually expose Hailey Baldwin for using him as a stepping stone to get to Justin Bieber? This rumor has been living rent-free in everyone's heads, but is it giving facts or is it giving fiction? Let's get into this situationship and separate the real tea from the clout-chasing narratives. Let's spill the timeline tea first. According to the legit sources, Shawn Mendes and Hailey Baldwin first hard-launched their situationship in late 2017. Reports emerged of the two being seen together at a Halloween party, where they were spotted holding hands. The internet immediately went feral with speculation. Were they just besties or were they low-key dating? The plot thickened when the rumored couple was photographed hugging in Toronto, Mendes' hometown, further fueling rumors about a potential romance brewing between these two main characters. Yet despite the evidence, both Mendes and Baldwin kept giving just friends energy whenever the paparazzi caught them. In fact, a source cited by Teen Vogue in November 2017 suggested they were seriously dating, but keeping it low-key, while Mendes continued serving just friends vibes. The ship sailed further when they were photographed showing PDA in Toronto, including hugging and posing with fans in December 2017. By April 2018, Shawn had shared an Instagram photo with Hailey, intensifying the romance rumors to the moon. But the serve that broke the internet? May 7th, 2018, when Shawn and Hailey walked the Met Gala together. This high-profile appearance was the ultimate soft launch, and Twitter was not okay. Stan accounts went into full detective mode, analyzing every interaction for clues.
How y'all doing?
Good.
How is this? How is this being at the Met? You've been here. This is your first, right?
It's a vet. I'm a rookie.
During their red carpet moment, the chemistry was giving main character energy, though they were still keeping it cryptic with the media. When asked who ate the red carpet harder that night, the vibes were immaculate, but evasive.
Who looks better? Come on.
Is that even a question? Is that a true question?
I just wanted a headline.
Hair matching these eyes, matching these lips.
The interviewer straight up called them a good-looking couple at the end, and neither of them said it's giving platonic.
You guys have so much fun tonight. Oh, such a good-looking couple. You guys can't come out of nowhere like that. That scared me. They're too good-looking to pop up like a daisy like that.
Despite this couple-coded appearance that set Stan Twitter on fire, Shawn was still friend-zoning Hailey in interviews. In this clip, Shawn is literally giving mixed signals.
After this appearance at the Met Gala, Shawn setting the record straight.
We're not dating, Hailey and I was just so completely just happy to be there with her.
This are they, aren't they saga had the timeline confused. Shawn was out here simping for Hailey while friend-zoning her in the same breath.
This guy, well, he's just 19, but Shawn Mendes already has 2 #1 albums, 3 #1 singles, and when his music's not making headlines, his love life is sparking romance rumors with model Hailey Baldwin.
She's so sweet, man. She's just wonderful.
Hailey was giving the same energy when asked about Shawn at the iHeartRadio Music Awards. Her vibe was big no-comment energy.
Now, I've heard that your date tonight, Shawn Mendes, is that right?
He's not even here. He's not here.
So
How could he be my date?
Where did that come from? Like,
He was my date tonight?
Yeah, are you surprised that people talk about who you're dating?
I'm not surprised by that. You know, he's a friend of mine and we hang out, so I see why people obviously want to make assumptions.
Hailey was literally fed up with shipping culture and wasn't afraid to call it out.
Any guy I hang out with, people are like, oh, she must be dating him or something's going on, but I don't ever really feel like I have to explain myself. It's kind of my business and the other person's business.
The interviewer tried to get more tea, but Hailey wasn't letting the kettle boil.
Agreed.
So I guess nobody will ever know.
If he was or if he wasn't.
Then came the plot twist that gagged the internet. Just weeks after serving couple looks at the Met Gala, Hailey pulled the Uno reverse card and rekindled with Justin Bieber. By June 2018, Hailey and Justin were spotted together in New York, serving major PDA, signaling that whatever situationship had been cooking between Hailey and Shawn was now officially flop era. But the real gag? Baldwin and Bieber announced their engagement in July 2018, just 2 months after the Met Gala moment with Shawn. This timeline was giving whiplash, and naturally, fans wondered if Hailey had been playing Shawn to make Justin jealous the entire time. As a clear sign of picking her main, Hailey purged all Instagram photos featuring Shawn Mendes, which is basically the Gen Z equivalent of burning photos of your ex. The quick pivot from Met Gala with Shawn to ring shopping with Justin had everyone typing In the comments. In the midst of this chaotic love triangle, what was Shawn's vibe? Initially, he kept it classy. Reports indicated that he texted Hailey to congratulate her, expressing happiness for the couple. No subtweets, no Instagram stories with sad song lyrics, just straight-up maturity. But the real tea was steeped in November 2018, several months after Hailey and Justin's shotgun engagement and courthouse wedding. Shawn Mendes gave an interview to Rolling Stone that finally served some clarity about what went down with Hailey Baldwin. In this spicy interview, Shawn confirmed what the Stan accounts had been theorizing. There had been romance brewing, though he described it in vague terms. I don't even want to put a title on it. I think it was more of a zone of limbo. This admission finally confirmed they weren't just bestie vibes, but left questions about how serious it had been. Despite everything, Shawn had nothing but Stan-worthy things to say about Hailey. She's still one of the coolest people ever. She's not just a beautiful person visually, but she's one of the most beautiful hearts I've ever met. The timing of this interview was significant. It came after Hailey and Justin were already married, suggesting Shawn felt it was finally appropriate to spill some respectful tea. But did he ever claim that Hailey was only with him to get closer to Justin? Did he ever expose her for being manipulative or playing him? This is where the investigation gets juicy. Despite the rumors living rent-free in everyone's minds, our research reveals a crucial fact. There is no credible evidence that Shawn Mendes ever confessed or claimed that Hailey Baldwin used him to get closer to Justin Bieber. The supposed confession appears to be giving misinformation that went viral through Stan Twitter and TikTok conspiracy theories. In reality, Shawn's actual comments about Hailey have consistently been nothing but respectful. When asked in a lie detector test if he had ever discussed the Met Gala with Justin Bieber, Shawn's answer was crystal clear.
When you met Justin Bieber,
Yeah.
did the Met Gala get brought up?
When we met? No. Never talked about that.
He's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Mendes was still simping for Hailey in the interview, calling her one of the coolest people ever, and praising both her aesthetic and personality. His statement that, "I think I'm an idiot to not, but you can't control your heart," is giving major, "I knew I was just a pawn in her game, but I still caught feelings" energy. According to sources in Hailey's circle, her Shawn era was never meant to be endgame. Some insiders have spilled that it was all perfectly timed to coincide with Justin's toxic Jelena reunion, positioning Hailey in the spotlight and on Justin's FYP at exactly the moment his other relationship was falling apart. The Smoking Gun? A viral 7-part TikTok documentary series that blew up in early 2025, exposing how Hailey had been in her Justin obsession era for a decade, methodically working her way into his circle and timing her appearances in his life with scary precision. Hailey's team threatened to sue the creators faster than you can say. Cease and desist. But the receipts in that series were so detailed that even skeptics were converted. The lightning-fast pivot. Spring-summer 2018 was giving main character energy for Hailey Baldwin's love life strategy. After months of staged paparazzi moments with Shawn Mendes and their Met Gala couple debut, Hailey pulled off what we can only call a god-tier relationship pivot back to Justin Bieber. The speed of this romantic switcheroo was so calculated it deserves its own Harvard Business School case study. To fully appreciate this strategic masterclass, let's break down the timeline. In May 2018, Hailey walked the Met Gala carpet with Shawn Mendes, serving couple goals for the entire internet. The matching Tommy Hilfiger fits, the chemistry-filled body language, the mysterious "maybe we're dating" responses. It was the perfect thirst trap for public attention. Yet in a plot twist that left Stan Twitter gagged, literally 1 month later, in June 2018, Hailey had already soft-launched her Justin Bieber reunion at a church conference in Miami. According to the tea spilled in later interviews, Justin didn't waste time friend-zoning her, allegedly telling Hailey point-blank, "We're not going to be friends," basically saying, "We're either dating or nothing" energy. The timing? Immaculate. Justin had just rage quit his toxic Jelena era with Selena Gomez in March 2018, leaving him in his sad boy era and emotionally vulnerable. Hailey, fresh off her viral Met Gala moment with Shawn, was suddenly trending and positioned as the girl who got away, a combination that hit Justin's algorithm perfectly. What followed was the definition of relationship speedrun. Within days of their Miami church girl-boy reunion, Justin and Hailey were constantly being caught in 4K by paparazzi, making out everywhere and attached at the hip like they'd been dating for years. By July 7th, 2018, just 1 month after rekindling, Justin had already proposed during their Bahamas vacation. The proposal itself was giving main character romantic comedy moment, with Justin reportedly asking strangers to put their phones away for privacy. He later hard-launched the engagement on Instagram, with a paragraph-long caption professing his love for Hailey. The zero-to-engagement pipeline raised eyebrows across social media, but their lovey-dovey posts temporarily silenced the haters. Behind the scenes, Hailey was in full damage damage control mode, systematically erasing her Shawn era. She went on a complete Instagram purge, deleting every trace of content featuring Shawn Mendes, the digital equivalent of burning your ex's hoodies. This Instagram cleanse happened with the efficiency of someone with social media strategy experience, suggesting she was determined to rebrand her romantic timeline. Shawn's reaction to being left on read was suspiciously chill. When asked about Hailey's sudden engagement to Justin, Shawn claimed he texted her congratulations, giving vibes of someone who knew their relationship was never that deep. This unbothered response is not giving heartbroken ex energy, suggesting he understood he was just a supporting character in Hailey's Get Justin Back arc. The engagement speedrun was followed by a marriage any completion, with Justin and Hailey legally tying the knot at a New York City courthouse on September 13, 2018, just 2 months after the proposal. The rapid-fire relationship progression had everyone questioning if this was all pre-planned. Looking back on her decision to get married at what Gen Z would call criminally young, Hailey told Ella in 2021, "I was married when I was 21, 2 months before I turned 22, which is insanely young, and sounds almost ridiculous when you say it out loud. Although I do think for somebody like me and somebody like Justin, it's different. We've seen a lot for our age. We have both lived enough life to know that's what we wanted." This statement is giving major, "we're not like regular young people" vibes, while trying to justify why their turbo speed relationship actually made sense. In a plot twist nobody saw coming, Hailey claimed in the same interview that both she and Justin had always been manifesting early marriage, citing her parents Stephen and Kenya Baldwin as her inspo since they met at 19 and married at 23. This convenient narrative reframes her whiplash pivot from Shawn to Justin as part of some divine destiny plan rather than opportunistic strategy. When we check Justin's side of the story, there are low-key signs that he got caught up in Hailey's relationship speedrun. In a January 2020 Ellen appearance, Justin spilled that he was seriously in his head before proposing, not about whether Hailey would say yes, but about his own ability to commit.
I felt like in the past we talked about, me asking the question, and I felt like she would say yes. So I wasn't really nervous about the saying yes, but I think I was more nervous about, am I gonna make this commitment? Am I able to make this commitment as a man and be able to honor, what I say? Because that's a serious commitment when you say you're gonna love someone for better, for worse, be faithful. That's a huge, am I able to do that? And so I think that was really what I was battling with.
Justin then dropped this telling bombshell about his final decision.
And I finally was like, I'm gonna make the decision and follow through with it and be a husband. And this is what I've always wanted. I'm gonna just choose this woman and just do it.
This just do it energy gives major vibes of someone who got swept up in Hailey's master plan rather than driving it himself. The Selena of it all couldn't be ignored, and Hailey knew the internet would always be in the comments talking about it. In a 2022 Call Her Daddy podcast episode, she got defensive about the timeline of her Justin reunion relative to his Selena breakup. Hailey insisted Justin had completely closed a chapter with Selena before their reunion, firmly stating she would never be that girl who steals someone else's man. This defensive answer suggests she was fully aware of the calculated homewrecker allegations and wanted to get ahead of the narrative. After the marriage, Justin and Hailey kept things super cordial but distant with Shawn. In a peak awkward moment in March 2019, Shawn double-tapped an Instagram photo of Hailey posted by Justin. Some eagle-eyed fans caught this and thought drama was brewing, but Justin quickly shut it down with a comment saying, "They're sick friends, relax." This was giving major boundary-setting energy while trying to act unbothered. The plot thickened when Shawn took a lie detector test and got asked if he had discussed the Met Gala with Justin during their meetup. Shawn's response, "No, never talked about that," was confirmed truthful, suggesting both guys had silently agreed to never bring up Shawn's role as a stepping stone in Hailey's Get Justin Back campaign. Looking at all these receipts, the lightning-fast pivot from Hailey's Shawn era to her Justin engagement is giving major strategic mastermind vibes. The perfectly calculated timing, the immediate Shawn content purge, and the carefully crafted story about always wanting to marry young. It's all way too convenient to be coincidental. The damning confession and aftermath. In November 2018, just months after Hailey's marriage speedrun with Justin, Shawn spilled his truth in a Rolling Stone interview that had everyone shook. In this no-filter convo, Shawn finally admitted that yes, he and Hailey were in their situationship era, but he struggled to define what they actually were. I don't even want to put a title on it. I think it was more of a zone of limbo. This zone of limbo description is literally the definition of what happens when someone's keeping you on the roster while waiting for their real crush to notice them. Shawn was still down bad for Hailey in the interview, calling her one of the king coolest people ever, and acknowledging both her aesthetic and personality serve. His confession that, I think I'm an idiot to not, but you can't control your heart, reads as someone who caught feelings for a girl who was obviously still in her Justin era the whole time. According to multiple verified sources and a viral TikTok documentary series with 1M+ views that did a forensic analysis of Hailey's decade-long obsession with Justin, Shawn was literally just one character in her elaborate Get Justin Back screenplay. The series exposed with receipts how Hailey had been methodically tracking Justin's career, strategically inserting herself in his friend circles, and even copying his religious girl era by joining his church. Hailey's team went into full crisis PR mode and reportedly considered suing the TikTok series creators, but suspiciously, they never directly addressed the specific Shawn as stepping stone allegations. Instead, they focused on denying side claims like Hailey liking shady posts about Selena Gomez's classic deflection strategy. The aftermath of this relationship chess match has been interesting for all parties involved. For Hailey, the master plan, if that's what it was, worked flawlessly. She secured the Justin Bieber bag, had his baby in August 2024, and established herself as a skincare mogul with Rhode. That said, this W came with constant internet sleuthing and never-ending questions about whether her relationship is actually genuine. For Justin, the consequences hit different. In a candid 2021 GQ interview, he admitted their first year of marriage was a struggle bus due to lack of trust and personal trauma. This trust issues confession tracks perfectly with someone who might subconsciously realize they got played in a larger romantic agenda. Justin's behavior toward Hailey has occasionally given red flags to viewers. In various Instagram lives and videos, Justin has shown moments that some fans interpret as giving toxic husband energy. Whether these are just normal couple moments caught on camera or signs of deeper issues is still debated in the comment section. In one particularly cringe IG live moment, Justin interrupted Hailey while discussing his health and served this borderline problematic vibe.
Right, but I didn't say that. I just was saying that you were taking all the necessary...
Listen to me, woman. Just kidding.
Yeah, that's the attitude.
His tone had people in the comments like, yikes, even though some defended it as playful banter. For Shawn Mendes, the whole situation seems to have been a reality check. While he kept it classy in public, his career moves post-Hailey show a much more guarded approach to public relationships. In an unexpected plot twist, Shawn and Justin later collabed on the 2020 single Monster, suggesting either they genuinely squashed any beef or their teams decided a hit song was worth the awkward history. The internet's perception of this love triangle has evolved over time. At first, most people thought Hailey was just in her hot girl summer era, vibing with Shawn before deciding Justin was her actual soulmate. But as Shawn's zone of limbo tea spilled and the timeline became clearer, the vibes shifted towards seeing her moves as calculated AF. This theory gained major traction with the 2025 viral TikTok series, alleging Hailey had been unhealthily obsessed with Justin for nearly a decade. The series meticulously documented her behavior patterns, including strategic appearances in Justin's orbit, and even alleged copying of Selena Gomez's aesthetic and social media presence. While some influencers like Francesca Farago claimed they were offered cash to promote anti-Hailey content online, suggesting a coordinated campaign to cancel her, the core timeline of events remains undisputed. No PR spin can explain away how she went from serving couple goals with Shawn at the Met Gala to engaged to Justin mere weeks later. As for their current relationship status, sources close to the couple told People magazine in January 2025 that they're in love and super focused on their marriage, dismissing the constant divorce rumors. Their recent public appearances show them serving united front energy, suggesting that whatever foundation their relationship was built on, they're committed to making it work. The most sus part of this entire saga is what hasn't been said. Neither Hailey nor Justin has directly addressed the specific allegation that she used Shawn as a calculated stepping stone to get Justin's attention. Instead, they've focused on defending their current relationship, while conveniently leaving the sketchy origins unaddressed. Shawn Mendes' zone of limbo description remains the closest thing to an actual confession about Hailey's true intentions during their brief entanglement. His characterization perfectly captures the experience of someone who realized they were just a pawn in a bigger game, a character in Hailey's Get Justin Back arc, who wasn't told the full script until it was too late. As we close our investigation, the evidence is giving major Hailey used Shawn to get Justin energy, the perfect timing, the lightning-fast pivot, Shawn's tell-all interview, and the behavior of all. While we may never get the full confession from Hailey herself, the circumstantial evidence presents a pretty compelling case for one of the most calculated relationship glow-ups in celebrity history. If you enjoyed this video, click on one of the cards on your screen to see more videos like this.